Good evening, everyone. It's Angry Turtle Live. And no, it's more like afternoon, it's still 5 o'clock. So it's summer back here in UK, so I do have iced tea today, not a coffee. Iced tea for me. Whatever is the best for you, let me know. And yeah, we'll be talking about public test server, whatever news we can find from Bethesda. I will answer your questions as much as I can. And tomorrow live stream, probably an hour later than usually, as I am with my little one this coming weekend from tomorrow. So a little bit later. And let me say hi to the people in the chat. MindQuad, Jello, TFE Archive, Dabby66, the Willy Warrior, RHPS, and the Arena Uncensored. Welcome to the chat. Oh, and Gluttonous Girl, Rascal, welcome. Yeah, I did purchase some chocolates last time. I still have some. I'm not eating them all at once. Nope. Hello, Isra and Sigma. Welcome. And yeah, as usually, first we will check whatever questions you have on Ask the Turtle section on our Discord community. So that will be the first step. Then we'll be discussing a little bit more the notes about incoming update, as I was testing that after I made a video. So I have a little bit more insight and maybe you have some questions. So we go over that in more interesting details. But now, let's start from your questions on Discord. Let's do it in order. And as always, after the Turtlecast, we have members hangout. So if you are a member on a channel, if you are supporting the channel with your hard-earned money, you will have some extra time with me. Yeah, I hope it's worth it. Okay, now, questions. Discord. Here we are. Ask the Turtle. That's a channel on Turtle Army Discord. And first question is, hello, does anyone know what is the minimum level that you need to be to use the Turtles Universal build? The minimum level, you can start early, but to get everything that is there in Universal build, probably around 300 levels. And that will be without maxing out all the cards. That's like the starter level. The Universal build is not a starter build. It's a build for people that have everything. And King Crimson is suggesting level 400 to 500 to get legendary perks fully ranked up. Although you don't need them all fully ranked up to start using the build, but yeah, it performs the best if you have everything. The Coroner. Look for power armor as you serve servers. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. Okay, next question. Has there been an ally who sells Live and Laugh issues? I know the Super Mutant sells Grognak ones and another one Backwoodsman, I believe. Please, I need consistent way to replenish my Live and Laugh number 3. And King Crimson is saying this season's ally does. I wasn't even checking exactly what this season ally is selling too much, but maybe, yeah, that would be a good one. That's the most important magazine for experienced farmers. Live and Laugh. Number 3. Next. Okay, next. What is with these cards like the Blue Devil card and the Ogwa card? Can they be used for something? What I know at this moment, only to be displayed in your camp on the new display machine. Display board for those cards. So just like collect them all and show everyone that you have them. Yeah, I know it's weird a little bit, but it seems to be the point. The entire point of this exercise with cards. Next, Kingzal. What's better? Blooded or anti-armor Gatling Plasma? Both have faster fire rate. I would say it slightly depends what you want to do with it. If you want to use it in VATS with criticals versus bosses, anti-armor. If you want to use it for everyday runs and you are a blooded build, blooded will be slightly better. Okay, King Crimson is saying about displays. Angry Panda. Again. Turtle. Since your Elder's Mark video, I was wondering which build would be the ultimate boss killer between quad faster fire rate less AP Elder's Mark versus quad faster fire rate AP Railway Rifle, purely for dishing out damage to kill bosses like Air and Scourge Beast Queen. It's a good question. It's a good question, to be honest. I don't have this comparison. I would say definitely Railway has potential to out DPS Elder's Mark as its loud weapon. You can still get the first shot silent, but then you lose the bonus from sneaking. That's a good question. If you are solo, which one would perform better? But I will not try to test it until the changes to legendary enemies, as they will not regenerate from the next patch. So all stuff will be slightly different, and I want to wait, and resistances will be slightly tweaked. So I will not be testing that now, but that's a good question for after next update. Question 2. Is silo, when preparing the nuke for launch, I put key in and the pin code. Went to other silo, did the same. I launched the first silo. When I got back to the other on, it was cancelled. So I'm wondering if I'm doing it wrong or it can't be done like this. Oh, it's risky. I would not recommend doing it like that. And I don't know if it's even possible, but generally with silo, if you are using one and you want to keep it for later, it will remain ready for about 15 minutes. But if someone will enter and start running it, someone else, not from your team, will enter the same silo. It will cancel your prep. So yeah, I would not recommend doing that as much as possible. It's not a good idea. Next, Meow Meow. Please fix giveaway bot. Omega Blue. How can you turn on the studio light? Oh, there are switches inside. If you are talking about the shelter, there are switches there for the lights. Next, off-topic question. Getting to know the turtle behind the shell. Do you like foreign food like tacos, sushi, Chinese or other stuff? Tacos, I would say they okay. Sushi, not for me, definitely not for me. Chinese food, yes, especially noodles. Other stuff, yes, but you will need to be precise. Spicy or non-spicy? Both, depend what we are talking about. I do enjoy spicy food. So I hope that helps you out. Next, Joseph. Do you know if it's possible to roll a 2-shot Holy Fire? Yes, it is. Next, Hello Turtle. Is there a known bug with the herd mentality mutation? Sometimes my build registers 33 luck with a team, and sometimes it only reaches to 32. I've checked all the buffs and made sure that nothing is affecting luck to give different results like that. It just randomly switches between those two numbers when everything else is the same. Thanks in advance. So, did you check if your teammates are mutated? In both case scenario, I bet you join a team with teammate that for whatever reason is not using mutations. Hence, strength in numbers disabled, 1 luck lost. Next. Hi. Have you checked your unyielding armor bonus? Now it fully procs at about 19% health. That was a problem for me. Yeah, I already reported about that in my video. With all the hidden changes with the last patch, it's there. That's worried. Will you be able to roll specific stars with the next update? For example, only roll the prefix. No, it's not a part of next update. I don't know if it's a part of future updates. You can only inspect. Currently, you can only inspect each star individually. I don't know what's the point of that. You can inspect them individually on the workbench, but currently you cannot change them one by one. So, will that be a case in the future? I would say maybe, but not next patch. Next, back to the chat. Let's see what people in the chat are saying before we head to the huge changes, like Bethesda marked them as significant. I don't know if they are so significant that are coming with next patch. All right. Didn't they just made it so you could run in third person with auto melee? No, what they did in last patch, they did that you can do the same damage in third person as in first person. You were always able to sprint in third person and attack. Now they're taking it away. Fallout and coffee, great combination. I absolutely agree. I drink huge amount of coffee every day. More Enclave content would be obviously good. And my mug, I found it on Amazon. So that's not very hard. Yeah, I'm excited about Datamined Food Freezer too, but no official info about it as of yet that I saw. Am I going to stream Starfield? Yes, on Twitch and on my second YouTube channel. Not in here, most likely. Not on this channel. This channel stays Fallout. Even though I know Starfield is Fallout in space, I agree with that, but still, different title. Fishing? I don't think there will be fishing either in Starfield or Fallout. This engine will not support it. And I hope my rig will be able to run Starfield. When was it? I purchased this PC 2 years ago. It must be good enough still. It was very expensive 2 years ago. I cannot be replacing it every 2 years and spending $2,000 on the new machine. I have no idea what they are taking away auto melee sprinting. There is I don't see explanation. I would rather them fixing the auto melee respin that's happening twice every time you jump in first person. Fix that. Elder's Mark anti-armor, faster fire rate, faster reload. Definitely worth keeping as a ultimate hip fire weapon. You don't need VATS for this combo. Quad will be better for boss fights, but it's not a huge difference too. If you have coffee to support it in VATS, this anti-armor faster fire rate, you're good. I have the official Turtle mug, but it's smaller. If you want, on my website with the shop, you can buy this one. That's the official Turtle mug. I want a huge one, but I was not successful in finding anyone who will make for me a small amount of custom huge turtle mugs. The smallest quantity I think someone offered me was if I order 500 oversized mugs. So I don't think I would be able to sell 500. So that's currently not an option for me, as I don't want to get stuck with 500 mugs of this size with turtle on them. What I would do? Would I build a turtle mug house? Oh, Rascal, you traded for quad 50 crit 25 elder? Oh wow, nice. That's a nice roll. You will definitely wreck bosses with that. Yeah, laptops will probably not be able to run Starfield. At least not with good graphics and frames. Especially that, don't forget, Starfield is Fallout engine, so CPU heavy. Unless they did some crazy optimization in last 2 years. The Mark IV, yeah. I'm not building Mark IV. Okay, let's go to those nodes now. Let's head in there. So we go over more details. Okay, here we go. Those are the notes posted recently. And by the way, not everything is in those notes. They didn't even mention science perks giving bonus to small energy guns like Gauss pistol, laser rifle, and so on. It's not mentioned in those notes for whatever reason. Oh, Dabby, thank you a lot for gifting a membership to Shubumei. So Shubumei, welcome to Turtle's army and may the shell be with you. Okay, so what was there? We have the start that we can choose at level 20. And as someone pointed out as well, it's not necessarily a good option for new players because the perks that are chosen for those pre-builds are not the ones that are optimal. So you are kind of ahead, but in the same time behind. Hard to explain, but not a good idea for new players. It's a good idea for returning players or someone who's making a new character. Donation box, we know, great. There are concerns that someone can steal it all, but what can you do? It was always the concern. It's not the point. It's the donation box. You put stuff you don't need in there, not the stuff that you will be concerned if someone takes. Oh, Kanbei, thank you a lot for $3. And and message is Giant Turtle Mac Fund. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I need to do Kickstarter for Giant Turtle Mac. So stable tools, it's actually 40% at max rank, not 20, which is cool for automatic melee weapons. And you can combine it with makeshift warrior, so yeah, you can basically get almost 90% slower degradation of automatic melee weapons in total. What is Elder's Mark? Someone is asking in the chat. The latest weapon from new events. I have a full review in a video about it. It's a Tommy gun, but special one with extra effects. Okay. And this is hilarious because there are level 10 versions of T-45 and Raider power armor, but enemies will not drop legendary power armor pieces until you are at least level 20, which is like counterproductive. Why would you made level 10 power armors to then restrict drops from level 20 plus? Like, okay, I see some inconsistency here. Make your mind, it's 20 or 10. What should it be? The new filter when viewing pair cards, it's about showing whatever you unlocked with recent level up, which is cool. If you are waiting on some particular card, you can see what was just unlocked, if there is something that you can choose from. This warning, like that's pointless. I was successfully doing daily ops at way lower level than 50. Alphabetical sorting, that's amazing. And I know someone commented in in my video, Bethesda finally 2023 discovers alphabet. That was hilarious. Okay, some name standardizations, the unlockable, this stuff we already talked about, and so far about those legendary mods, you can only inspect them, so I don't know if it's just to show it better on workbenches, that you can inspect what is your first star, what is your second star, and what is your third star, but then will we ever get per star reroll? I don't know. Oh, chess is for you. Thank you a lot for 5 donated memberships. And I welcome Rascal, Saint Monkey, Jello, Mookie Wilson, and Gluttonous Gare. Welcome to Tertus Army, and may the shell be with you. Alright, let's continue. Improve the learn mod counter. Basically what they mean by that, mod counter works now. And previously you had no idea. Now it supposedly works. Level requirements for various spare cards. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't post a list. There is no way to check what is the level requirement for which perk card now. Like, the perk after you are level 50 do not say what is the level requirement. Only when you are low level, but then you cannot see the full list of perks, so I'm disappointed. I should be able to see all the perks, even the ones that I cannot use when I level up, so I will know what are the requirements. I was not able to figure out what is this more default camp recipes for all players. I was checking the menu and I don't see any new, but I'm not a camp builder, so I don't know what changed exactly there. Rebalance combat in Morgantown and Somerville. I was trying to check that out, and all I was able to figure out is like Morgantown, there seems to be a little bit less ghouls, and Somerville, those Blood Eagles seems to be way weaker. They like lost all the resistance. Like when I used awareness, some of Blood Eagles were showing -1 resistance, so that will be this combat rebalance. There's either less enemies or they weaker. I bet that's that, as I was not able to find the other stuff. Liberator replacement, that's pretty straightforward. Lower enemy frequency on camps. I was not monitoring to figure out what the frequency actually is, but it's lower. Then Ganfu perk, effect and text description. I was thinking that they just updated description, but what they did, they buff Ganfu perk. It now goes as 10% rank 1, up to 30% rank 2, up to 60% on third enemy rank 3. So way more powerful than it used to be, and it seems to be more reliable. The enemy switching seems to be more reliable now on PTS. From the bad news, I cannot show you on PTS, as PTS have been closed or is getting closed, so I'm not be able to test anymore. But hopefully they will reopen it soon, and I will be able to use my main character to test more changes. As unfortunately, leveling up a new character just to test stuff is time consuming, very time consuming. So Ganfu buff. That's the short version. Way better after update. Next, mysterious construction has begun at the Gilman lumber mill, and there is basically like a big storage there now full of wood, and like that's about it. There is no people there, no nodes, at least I didn't notice any, but something is going on this lumber mill. If you don't know where it is, that's the one just below Vault 76, so the one that you stumble across first when you get out. And yeah, there is no bugs. It's empty now there, and the new building is there with a lot of wood. Next, renamed over 600 camp items. Don't ask me which one. I don't know. That's a lot. Removal of Hunter Hunted. Good with Sold description in regards to perk didn't change. It's the same. The perk works the same. So this complicated note basically means that they fixed the description for the backpack mod that is inferior to the perk. So that's what they did here. I was not able to test Grenadier with Gauss weapons as my new character do not have access to any serious Gauss weaponry, so I was not able to do that. And this is the part that I was talking about legendary power armor pieces. Even though you can get power armor pieces now at level 10, they will not start dropping until level 20, which is like, yeah, Bethesda logic in action. Creatures no longer mutate the legendary at 50% health, and instead they have 60% increased health. Great improvement in my opinion. A lot, because thanks to this simple change, server lag affects fight way less. If you cripple enemy once, it stays crippled for entire fight. And if you want to use Executioner's effect at the end of the fight, this end of the fight is much longer than it used to be. So way better. Overall, this change is very positive from my experience. Plus, on top of that, it's way easier to predict if you're gonna win with this legendary enemy or if you're gonna fail. Let's say fighting Colossus with low levels. If after 10 minutes you cannot get down to like half health, you know you're gonna fail. Next. Various changes to health resistances, weapon damage for creatures, and a lot of creatures. I was not really able to compare it properly, as my character was not level 100 yet. And to compare with live version, I would need character level 100, because my main is level 1300, so all my enemies on live game are maxed out, and my enemies on PTS were not maxed out yet, they were leveling up with me. So I was not really able to compare. So I don't know in what direction those changes went. Plus, the health, you cannot even see. You need to shoot and see how much bullets will take away of the health bar. That's the only way to figure that out. So I'm not happy that we don't have like a table or something with a breakdown what happened with those enemies, in which way they were changed. But what I was able to test, the enemies, I was hoping there will be more specific resistances to one type of damage and not other. No, they still have across the board resistance on everything, slightly higher or lower. So that's something I don't like. Like, why do every enemy need to resistance to every single damage source and about the same? That's like so pointless. Let's make some enemies more resistance to ballistic, other enemies more resistance to energy damage, and maybe other enemies more resistance to elemental damage, and not just every enemy resistance to everything about the same or not resistant to anything. That's what we have, and that's undermine the damage source choice at all, in my opinion. Less pop-up information upon exiting the vault. I don't know how impactful that is. More aid items for newbies. The most important daily ops do not drop any duplicates until you finish your collection. So this is huge. Those camp bone chimes, like, come on, that was the most important thing. I mean, it's okay, but yeah. Then, I was trying to figure out what changed around Moonshine Jamboree event, but those changes are not so significant. I wasn't able from my memory to spot any differences. Excavator power armor inconsistencies. No one knows what that is. Most people are afraid it's about the jetpack. And I will know when the patch drops, as I do own an excavator jetpack on my main. So I will see if it's still there when we get our main characters back for testing. I did test Carnivore mutation with Cannibal perk, and yes, even one rank of Cannibal with this mutation heals you a lot. So that works. Fix an issue preventing players from VATS targeting extra large creatures from a distance. It's very odd. I have no idea what the fix is supposed to be, But what I was able to do way more consistently, although in third person, I was not successful in first person, using a chainsaw on the Colossus. That's what I was testing, and in third person, it was quite consistent. If I was close enough, I was able to pull a series of criticals with a chainsaw, what I am not able to do on the live game version. So maybe that's something that they are trying to describe here. If you know and you tested what else this can mean, let me know. But from what I figured out so far, I can use chainsaw in VATS in third person on the Colossus. And I was able to use chainsaw in third person on Scourge Beasts when landed. So I bet that is the change. I can be wrong though. So that's either a change or side effect of different change that is positive. Combat groups to persisting over long distances. I don't know what that is. But I'm guessing they improve going back to caution from danger. Fixed melee power attacks not registering as power attacks. I tested that. Mostly works now. It's still, in case of very fast attack weapon, if I try to sprint and power attack, it registers as normal attack, but it's only with very fast swing weapons. And wherever I press the power attack button, it does register as power attack now. So they definitely improved something. Is it perfect? No, but as close probably as we'll get. The slow swing weapons do register as power attack from sprint attacking. You know what I mean. You run, you sprint, and then you press regular attack button. It is a power attack if you do it from sprinting. This, I don't know exactly what that does. I didn't notice any difference, but Shipsquatch, Imposter Shipsquatch fight is just too short, so I wasn't able to notice what changed. There was no mutated party packs on PTS to test. I didn't manage to get any legendary Assaultron head to test. And that's the worst one. Players can no longer attack with auto melee weapons and sprint at the same time in third person. And that's a huge nerf. I was thinking that's the point. You can sprint with very heavy sledgehammer and then power attack enemy. But you cannot sprint with a chainsaw attacking like chainsaw. It is a power auto melee weapon. It should, especially in power armor, I should be able to keep spinning my auto axe while sprinting. Why not? What is the logic behind this not being allowed? What, if I tip over, I will auto axe myself? Okay, that's add some randomization that from time to time, if you do that, you tip over and you hit yourself with auto axe. I will accept that over just disabling it as an option. In old Fallout games, like Fallout 1, Fallout 2, you could have a critical failure while firing a gun and it could blow in your face, and you could even shoot your own foot. So that was a thing in Fallout, so I would accept that way more eagerly than just simply disabling stuff. Old Fallout did that, and it was related to your luck. In Fallout 2, if you tried to play with really low luck, as you figured you don't need luck, yeah, you will shoot yourself quite often when trying to hit enemy. Nuke effects no longer appear indoors, and yes, you can still farm with Nuka grenades. That's not about Nuka grenades, that's about nuking the area with actual word nuke that you launch from a silo. At this moment, if you nuke exactly middle of the map, which is slightly below and to the left from top of the world, you can see nuke sometimes in there, the interiors will be nuked. The nuke effect on all interiors if you nuke there. That was addressed. They probably move the location of interiors somewhere outside of nuking zones. That would be my bet, but data miners will need to tell us what they did to fix that. And back to YouTube chat. Let me see what everyone is talking about. Yeah, they will not give us backpack for power armor. No, I didn't test auto axe on Scorchbeast Queen. I had no time to do everything, but I did on Arrow and on regular Scorchbeasts. I mean chainsaw, not auto axe. I don't have auto axe there. Will the pit schematics follow the same rule? The pit is already not dropping duplicates. You cannot duplicates from the pit. The pit is dropping unique plans until you have them all and then you drop nothing. So pit already works like that. Or weapon weight, power armor mods. You already have legendary mods for that, so I don't think Bethesda would double it to add modifications for power armor that do the same thing. That would be odd. What in first person? Okay, I think I lost some of this conversation. Health and safety, running with a chainsaw is dangerous. Yeah. That's hilarious in post-apocalyptic scenario. But yeah, if you don't like the changes to sprinting and attacking, give Bethesda feedback on their Discord. Yeah, Holy Fire can only be obtained from Beast of Burden as a reward, or you can try to purchase it from players. There is no new legendary cards. Yeah, Herbivore is great for VATS crits. Way better than Carnivore. Carnivore is for melee only. With anti-armor fixer, yeah, you definitely should use ground pounder as you need to reload a lot, and that increases the reload speed. Important info, ground pounder works on rifleman type weapons too. So if you are running any rifleman type weapon like lever action and stuff, you can use ground pounder to improve your reload. Oh, if you have executioner chainsaw, definitely keep it. Executioner is going up in value from next patch, as I said, because legendary enemies do not mutate. Executioner is way better. Keep it. Every executioner is a god roll now, as new meta will be keeping two weapons, quad for opening, executioner for finish, or in case for a chainsaw, it will be anti-armor for the fight, executioner for the finish. Like you are swapping mid-fight. That's the meta. Oh, Axel, thank you a lot for $10, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you a lot. I think in Vault 51, Zax is saying that for a long time, that experiments will continue. He was always saying that, but I doubt they have any plans to return Nuclear Winter. Maybe at least as a seasonal event. I would like at least if they would add Nuclear Winter into those custom world rotation. Imagine that. You have this custom world that is rotating and no one plays that. At least from time to time, put a Nuclear Winter into the rotation. Even if not a permanent feature. Why not? I don't know why not. I hope they never realize that Executioner is multiplicative. It's the power of Executioner. If you make it additive, it's automatically pointless. Yeah, you need high ammo capacity to utilize Executioners fully. But even something like Elder's Mark already have enough ammo to utilize Executioner. Yes, Ground Pounder stack with Speed Demon and stack with 15% faster reload that you can have on the 3rd star. If you have all of it, it's incredibly fast. Auto Axe is more powerful. Just because you can put Electrified mode that is currently superior unless they patch it. But at this moment, the electric portion of the damage is classified as something that there is no resistance to. It's not energy damage, even though there is energy damage marker, it is doing true damage. Black powder weapon build. I could try to do it just for fun. Yeah, you can use black powder weapons. There are some cool ones. Especially with VATS crits. Yeah, I doubt anyone is playing those free custom words on rotations. Apart from the build word. Some people play the builder word, and that's about it. Which is better, anti-armor explosive or blooded explosive? For handmade, again, for bosses, anti-armor. For everyday use, blooded explosive. Yeah, daily op plans currently are terrible. Let's hope for this change to come in soon. And I don't know when the update is coming. There was no date reveal. They just said summer. Summer is now, so anytime from today until end of summer. So that's what we know. Don't change the skin on the Blue Ridge Branding Iron. It's a bug. The cursed effect is attached to the skin. If you change it, you ruin it. It's no longer a branding iron. You just basically change it into a shish kebab permanently. Don't do that. Definitely don't do that. I don't know anything about sugar-free Nuka Shine. There was never a recipe for that. It was scoreboard item. Only regular Nuka Shine is craftable, not the sugar-free one. And that will be everything for this episode of Turtlecast. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you are a member, we are heading into the game now on exclusive member live stream when you can just chat and have a good time for an hour or so. And for everyone else, I see you tomorrow, but 1 hour later than usually, 7 p.m., as I will be spending time with my little one. So I will be later on the live stream, a little bit later, but we'll be still there. And that being said, I wish you all a good rest of the day or night, and see you tomorrow. Turtle out. Bye.